One is a bastard and the other's a prick. Argue over tunneling shtick. One is a shyster and the other's a bum. Maybe doesn't matter which one. One is an idiot, it might be both of them. Shut up, dude. Welcome to the Making Sense podcast. This is Sam Harris. Just a few housekeeping items before we begin.
Islam.
I'd like to... yeah, Islam. Actually, that's the whole podcast, just Islam. We're going to talk about the problems with Islam. I wanted to say that...
Waking up while I talk about Islam and tell you to meditate.
This is Shut Up, Dude. This is a podcast.
We should still explain it.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing, but again...
We talk into microphones about things that we think is funny.
We make noises at each other.
Yeah, we go...
Sounds with my mouth, noises with my tongue. Facial expressions so you know I'm trying to fuck you off.
Yeah, there'll be a bit of that. Look, I did want to publish a correction from last week, which is that I said... I was informed that I had said that the Pornhub filters thing, I said it backwards. I said you can choose between straight porn and gay and straight porn. That's incorrect. You can choose between gay porn or gay and straight porn. Yeah. So I just wanted to publish a correction. There's the high journalistic standards that we hold ourselves to here.
Misleading you about
I don't want you guys to think that you can look at Pornhub and just see straight porn. There's no filter for that. I just want to pass that on. We have a team of sleuths, fact checkers on the case.
Well, I guess that's cool. Mine isn't a correction. Mine is just I just think it's awesome and pretty funny. We've had heaps of feedback after putting up one episode. We've had lots of fun doing testers and shit, but it's been cool hearing people send in what they think. We're going to do what we want anyway. Yeah. But instead of messaging us personally, I guess you can probably try and hit up the Shut Up Dude NZ socials. There's one on Instagram and Facebook, and if you can't find them, that's a personal issue with you.
Yeah.
And you're probably just not cool enough.
Put the comments wherever.
Yeah, but don't send them to us. Cause
getting a compliment on a DM is like my worst fucking nightmare, dude.
That's what happens when you're working with the Kanye West of Maungaraki.
I'm not even in Maungaraki. This is
Kanye West of Cannons Creek.
That's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say this week,
North
bro.
Island.
Like you go, hello, Jizzy, and I go, well, we're in Cannons Creek, so Talofa.
Oh,
yeah.
That joke's not as funny with our new fact checker.
I think it's way funnier.
It depends. Living on the edge. We're gonna shout out to our mate Tussie.
Yep.
Tussie's our little bullshit detector. If any of us get a bit arced up, he can...
Yeah, bro, if you just check that Pornhub thing that I said, bro.
It's your Wi-Fi. He can go for it. It's your laptop.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Hey, he's a pro.
He's going to open it up, though, and the first thing will be K down.
Yeah.
And just make you look so much
because it knows
worse.
my IP address, so it knows my preferences anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
why is it already set to the gay one? But yes, shout out Tuss. Thanks. Awesome. Basically, the reason we chose Tuss to do this is, he's probably the most likely of us. Most likely we won't argue or try. Yeah,
because we tried this with a fact checker
who was
an earlier time, and I just shouted at him like,
and it's
probably do, but less of that.
I love it that it's like, sweet, first episode with Tussie, and you're like out the gate with a fucking someone
with a Judith Collins joke, bro. So there's definitely like 3 people in our audience who go, ha! Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah. But yeah, nice. If you're gonna fucking dance with the devil, you might as well lead.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Or what is it? If you're on skating on thin ice, you might as well dance.
Is that? I didn't recognize either of those.
Joey Diaz quotes. I didn't think you would. Anyway, you want to kick into this news?
Well, I did want to talk about. There is one more thing from last week because we talked about the Elmo news, which is fascinating.
Yes.
We have a friend who I've been calling Johnny Appleseed because of the poop incident.
Yep. We can keep calling him that.
Okay, so Johnny Appleseed, I told him about that tweet that I'd seen, and he was kind of in disbelief. So I was like, oh, yo, shit, this is real, bro. Look this up. Now, I am sorry to report on the podcast, folks, that this was not an isolated incident. He's tweeted at Sesame Street characters before, and even Elmo. I have this one here.
This is wait.
Sesame Street tweets, "He may be small, but he holds a ginormous place in our hearts. Hashtag happy birthday, Slimy. We love you." And there's a quote tweet from Jordan Peterson that says, "Go to hell." That's real.
I'm looking at it. It's real. You don't need to fact check that one.
You can, bro. You can. Maybe I was duped. I don't mind if you fact check it.
Holy shit.
Here's there's not just like there's more.
Yeah,
but here's my other favorite one, bro. It goes, Elmo says, "Happy birthday, Slimy. Happy birthday, Slimy. Elmo hopes you have a really great day. Hashtag happy birthday, Slimy." And here's Jordan Peterson quote tweeting him. It's hard for me to really get across the fucking manic psychopathy of this. Look at the sentence structure. Look at the paragraphing, bro.
Okay.
Like the message is fucked, but look at the way he's
one
written.
word.
It's go away and leave us alone. You virtue signaling, narcissistic, fear-mongering despiser of the peasantry. At Elmo.
Holy fuck.
But look at the way he's paragraphed.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
an insane person, dude. So I did get thinking. Now, unfortunately, some people tried to malign my beautiful, perfect Jordan Peterson impression last week, as some people thought it sounded a little like Kermit.
A little?
Yeah, so the lore is getting a little Muppet dense. But I did start to think about...
Bro, wait a minute. Sorry.
Yeah.
Guy sounds like most famous Muppet of all time, and we
Yeah.
can't work out why he's yelling at Muppets. I
Yeah,
think we can, bro.
I think there's some stuff going on, bro, and I don't want to cross the Muppet streams too much, but I kept picturing him as Cookie Monster munching back big handfuls of benzo, like no. Hey, but because I was thinking about this, I was thinking about that some people unfortunately thought that I was doing a Kermit voice for Jordan Peterson, and it got me thinking a little bit. I started working on something which I'll hopefully present to you now.
Okay,
let's see
we
if
can listen to it now.
Let's get that happening.
It's ready, like, in the next couple seconds.
Okay, this is my truth, okay? This is my honest expression. I can't hear it.
It's about to start.
Just listen with an open mind. Why are there so many jokes about benzos when I can't get hold of my guy? Benzos are bitchin', but require prescriptions. 2 people, bro. God, I wish I was high. Courts are deciding.
I fucking love you. I love you, and I'm so glad we're doing this.
Scripts for Clonopin for me. Someday I'll find it, a benzo connection. Lucky my bedroom is clean.
We may have to take a break so that someone else can hear this too.
Nah, listen to the whole song. This is meant to be enjoyed.
Swine virus spread by the Marxists would drive me to pills and beef. I haven't thought of that, so won't speak.
I hope he hears this.
I'm sending it to him
I'm
tonight.
a total queef. I made my bed, but I won't lie inside it. Put me in a coma, please. Someday they'll cure it.
What have you done?
So addiction. Have you guys tried xylazine? I am retirement age. I'm mad at a little red bed. Is this the sickness that calls the teenagers to cut off their tits or balls? Is this the takeover of medical wokeness that gets me no downers at all. Street drugs I buy since they revoked my license don't feel as pure to me. Someday
This is
I'll
troublingly
find
talented.
a benzo connection.
Lucky my penis is clean. La da da dee da da do da da dee da dee do.
There are no messages, but we'll be right back.
So what did you think of that?
That was the most amazing thing I've ever heard, and I am endeared to you forever. That was so fucking incredible.
Great. Let's
You're a genius.
Okay. Let's take that. If you're keen, bro, we'll punch that up a little bit. We'll chuck it on
Yep.
YouTube.
Definitely.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah, we're definitely going to cause more.
Well, we've been informed by our fact checker that the "Go to Hell" Jordan B. Peterson tweet may not be real. Now, I've got him saying "Go to hell" to accounts called things like Elementary Educators.
Oh, that's
but I
way
don't
better.
have. Yeah. So thanks for that. We do strive for accuracy. Like I said, teams of dedicated researchers around the globe.
Which is another way of saying 4 fellas on Pornhub. Holy shit, that was amazing. I am so, yep. That's why you're the Kanye West of the lower Wellington region.
I did, during this, I did start to see Jordan Peterson as almost like a tragic figure, though.
That's what I said to you last time. It's a cry for help.
Yeah, kind of. But I think he doesn't have any friends,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Because if one of us was in that position, I might go like, Helvis, you're doing the public intellectual thing. Maybe
But-
don't
yeah.
tweet at the puppets.
I think I hit something before. Where
Don't those things kind of cancel each other out?
totally
tweeting
do.
at
That's
puppets to
why
fuck
I
off
thought he
and-
was irrelevant now.
Yeah.
To find this out might be why. But I think it more comes back to like, yeah, he sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
And he's probably got a little bit of shit from people about Muppets.
Right.
And taking too many benzos, that's internalized into fuck you, Elmo.
Yeah.
Fuck all Muppets, actually.
Yes, it's totally
Edutainment
broken.
as a concept can go fuck itself, because without it, no one would think I sound like Kermit the Frog. Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Hey, a friend this week told me that they think he's a closeted homosexual. And I would never level that accusation at somebody, especially not to hurt them, unless in a really specific circumstance where maybe they don't like gay people and they propagandize that, and then maybe, like at that point, is it okay to use that against them, to go like, oh, you're gay?
Well, how you say, like, use it against them?
Yeah.
Like, do you go around telling people, like, make sure you don't listen to them?
I mean,
Like,
I feel like
besides this,
yeah, but I feel like that makes a more compelling argument.
that's
to
what
not
I'm saying.
listen
That's
to
what I'm saying.
Justin-
Like,
to
if
Justin
you-
Peterson than
I
anything I
think
could say.
having that big of a problem with Jordan Benzo Peterson, yeah, it's like, do you know anyone influenced by him?
The fucking Johnny Appleseed, bro.
Really? That one?
At least a bit, yeah.
Actually, he did send me a Matt Walsh documentary once.
No, he fucking sent it to me too.
Yeah.
That piece of shit.
Yeah.
Bro, I never saw that documentary.
I watched
All I
it.
had to know, I
Yeah.
had to know about it was Ben Shapiro loved it, and I was like, I don't.
Yeah, it was made by Daily
I
Wire.
didn't see that.
Yeah, Daily Wire made it.
Yeah.
But I thought it was worth a bit of a laugh. Like, just see what they think.
You
Like,
just go to other places in the world and go, isn't it weird what we do over here?
That's
and
exactly
go,
what they do, bro. They go
Yeah.
to they go to Africa and do
Yeah.
that. They sit down with all these tribesmen,
Okay.
being like, "Hey," and like then be like, isn't that you know? It's like these guys don't do it. It's like, cunt killed a lion this morning and lives in a mud hut, bro.
Yeah.
You fucking, I think you're cherry picking what you want out of this guy's life.
I suppose.
Nah, that's interesting. I didn't know that Johnny Appleseed was into it.
He at least was a bit. Yeah,
Yeah, I know
a few people that are into it.
I do know some people who like read his first book and cleaned their shit up and turned their life around, but then instantly didn't listen to him
it's
anymore.
not so much just washing your penis and having a clean penis. It's the narrative aspect. The Jungian.
Have you ever done
archetype that you
benzos
bring
and
to
heard a
bear.
cover band play Wagon Wheel?
I wish, dude.
Well, see, I wasn't benzos, but it was something I got off someone who was prescribed them. So I don't know. I don't know what they
Was
were.
it
but-
Babazendo? They would have been benzos.
No.
No.
No, it wasn't Papa Tendo, no. But the worst part is I can't remember who the fuck it was, so they worked.
Yeah.
But
Benzos will do that, bud.
that night at Wagon Wheel was the shit. But I didn't go around to my mate's house crying. You should have fucking been there.
Go on the internet and cry the next day.
Yeah.
It's just so moving.
Well, I'm going to move on to some of these bullet headlines I've written up because I think I've talked about how much I don't like David Seymour. If not, it should be apparent.
Okay.
I say bro. I don't think we'd get along.
Yeah. I'll do it too.
But he's on this crusade with the Act Party to like make sure that New Zealand has like one sort of type class of people all the way. He wants it fair. There's no Māori, there's no Pākehā, it's just New Zealander. And I don't agree with the motherfucker, but what I found real funny was I did a little bit of digging and I saw this TikTok that him and the Act Party put up.
Oh, good. Political party TikToks.
Oh, bro, it's like this motherfucker has put it into ChatGPT. Like, how do I make a political party TikTok?
He's that, like, as a guy.
Yeah,
he's He's a GPT's
so
attempt at a human being.
It's him and fucking Brooke, whatever the fuck her name is, the other lady.
Van Velden.
Yeah.
I assume she's lovely.
Yeah, that one. And then it's like, you know, an Islander woman and an Asian dude. Like they've cherry picked to make it as diverse as possible.
Yeah. You can only bitch about stock photo diversity when you're not having to govern. If you govern, you kind of...
Well, what cracks me up with, you know, fucking David Seymour tries to speak Māori and he sounds terrible when he says it. He's
bro.
Not put a lot of
You
work
ever hear
into
Today
it.
or Spoken in the Hutt Valley?
Oh, yeah, bro.
It's like listening to your parents have sex.
Bro, I lived in the Wide Apple, bro, where cunts used to fuck off the Te Rata High and the Hilux.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Bro, I work in ECE, go to the Hutt Valley, they're like, Haere mai, tamariki ma!
Yeah. Oh, yeah, bro.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I had another one the other day. He rang me up about something at work, and yeah, she was like Tino Ranga Tira, bro. Like this was a Karina. This wasn't a Karen. This was a Karina. They're way stronger. But this David Seymour thing, though, you know, he doesn't want he's doing some shit with the treaty that's pissing everyone off. Like I heard it described that David Seymour has done one thing for Māori that only a few people have done, is unite them.
Yeah, bro.
Because now they have united, but they are not united behind him.
Yeah, of course.
Well, this TikTok though, him and the Act Party are in full like Chinese New Moon, New Year, whatever the fuck.
Awesome.
I got told you can't say Chinese New Year; it's Lunar New Year.
Why can't I'll give you permission, bro. I'll give you a C word.
Sweet as. I thought I could get it off you. That's why I brought it up. But yeah, bro, he's standing there and culturally appropriating all your followers' stuff and speaking in Chinese, like quite like he's put a little bit more work into this than he has the Māori stuff.
Interesting.
So, you know, do a bit of the old fucking cue up the Who music so I can do some forensic CSI shit. I did fuck all. I just Googled who the people in the Act Party was. But when David Seymour took over, there was some deputy guy named, it's like Jason Wang or something like that.
Okay.
Very, very ambiguous white name and then Wang. But apparently that fella's dad and grandfather are like high-ranking officials in the Chinese government. And I didn't realize that for the election, all of the ACT billboards we saw everywhere was only half their game. The other half was in the Chinese newspapers.
Yo, really?
All through Auckland,
That's
bro.
fascinating, man.
Yeah. And so
they had the biggest ad spend of every other party, per MP. They ended up with like, it's not close.
Apparently a lot of it was in these newspapers.
Yeah.
Trying to be like, yo, China.
I'll hook you up. I'm gonna get rid of the whole.
We're just cleaning the lounge, bro. Yeah. I think that's what's going on. I don't know if it's real or not. It might be that this fella's family work in that government, and it has nothing to do with
you guys
anything.
wanted us as like a satellite state farming province, right? I'm about to just get rid of one of our foundational documents.
So it's quite interesting that this guy's like Tino Ringatira, and then he's like standing up dressed in Chinese gear being like Ni hao nashiwa, and he's like fucking he's worked that shit out, isn't he? So yeah, fuck David Seymour and ACT and all that.
He's a fucking weirdo, man.
Oh, bro, I've said it for ages. Can some really awesome, nice New Zealand girl just take a hit for the team and go fuck him? Yeah. And just trick him into it, fucking trap him, get him.
Do you think he'd retire from politics if someone
hard? He said it in a Woman's Day article that he would give it all up for love, bro. And that's why I reckon.
He'd give politics up for love?
Bro.
And there's no liberal girl listening to this podcast.
Can there not be one?
Look, I like to think this podcast has a broad reach, a wide audience. You're a liberal lady, you should be doing
Out of the 39 people that listen to us on Spotify in 4 days, one of them has got to be keen. It did actually show me that if you look at the Spotify thing, you say male or female. So to the 2 chicks that listened to us last week, actually no, one of them was over the demographic. One of them was over a higher age demographic, so I know that was my mum. So whoever that other girl was that listened to the whole of our podcast, have a think about it, because you could be able to save the country.
There's a girl that I know that listened to it not on Spotify, so I could ask her what she thinks.
I don't know. It seems weird that we're having to like you talked about in a previous conversation.
Yeah,
Nicola Willis. We don't have to get into it, but
no, we don't.
It did boil down to saving the country.
It did, bro. And this is a
well,
similar thing.
If somebody could roll up, and I reckon we get a nice Māori girl from like Waikanae or. Well,
I think just from the way he talks and stuff that he probably wouldn't like a nice.
I don't think it's up to him at this point, bro. I reckon. Fuck it. Just get some cunts to boot, ride him out to the Wātoki, and we'll leave him there. You go pick him up in a week, he'll be wearing a flannel and some red bands. I don't think I'm coming back, because... probably take longer than a week, but you'd break him fast. He doesn't look hard. But yeah, that all comes back to fuck Ag Party and fuck David Seymour. Anyway...
Yeah.
If any of the other shit I said about the Chinese government and all that shit isn't real, that doesn't change how much I don't like David Seymour.
No, I'm not a big fan either.
Didn't he show up to the election party when Jacinda won the second time, like in a boat, high as, with like white powder under his nostrils?
What? No.
I'm sure there's a photo.
Can you fact check that, please,
Can you fact check David Seymour on a boat election party? Because he might not have had the white powder, but I do know he was fucked up.
I mean, it's an important detail.
You give me 10 minutes of Photoshop and there'll be a photo up there.
I wanted to talk a little bit about government shit too, bro.
For a change.
Yeah, because the...
Come on, bro, let's inspire this revolution.
I was thinking about lobbying, and I was reading about it in the morning, and then I drove to work on Monday morning, and they just changed the lobbying rules to make it so that the top 90 lobbyists or whatever have swipe card access to Parliament. And now they're anonymous. So I have a quote from March last year.
Man, see, this is...
I mean, whatever. March last year, all those guys were saying, we need more transparency. And as soon as they get in, they're like, okay, first things first, we ban the trans people from sports. Secondly, undo the thing the last guys did. Get the tax cuts for the landlords rolling and bring the lobbyists back. And this time, nobody's allowed to know who they are.
I always think National coming out, bro, after they win, it's like, fuck the Maoris. We're going to fix this really quick. Uh-oh. I did that round the wrong way. And it's just crusty. Like I said the loud part quiet and the quiet part loud. Yeah. What else you find? That they've changed these rules recently. Yeah,
they changed them like on Monday. Because the speaker can just do it. He doesn't have to like pass legislation.
Who's
or whatever.
The speaker?
Not Stephen Joyce. Big fat fucking grimace looking cunt. He used to be our Minister of Defence.
I'm going to say a sentence to make me remember his name.
Go ahead.
Pitana putos, Jerry Brownlee. I can't believe that worked.
Great.
That's all I think is Jabba the Hutt, but it's Jerry Brownlee.
Yeah, it is Jerry Brownlee.
He's the guy that fucked the Christchurch earthquake response.
He just like his whole career is shit. Like he's never done anything right.
Speaker,
and he's a dickhead about it. Yeah. So of course he did that. Like the reason that he gave was that. Here it is. That might prevent individuals from wanting to lobby, because their identities would be made public. So, I mean, that's either true or a very flimsy excuse a fucking crook might give, but who am I to say?
Nah, fuck.
Well, how do you lobby the government as an individual, by the way? How do you do that?
Just
You'd go to one of their offices and like, yo, I want to lobby against corruption in the government, but I want to be anonymous.
Maybe you're just going to be charming as.
Do you want to try it? I was reading about... People find you charming, man. I was reading about...
I can't go into politics.
No, you don't have to go into politics. I was reading about lobbying and what it's achieved, right? And I was reading about... like Chris Hipkins' last chief of staff. He was Ardern's chief of staff. He retired from that, went straight into lobbying, went straight from that back to working for Chris Hipkins. Like, that's the wolves inside the hen house. But Tori Whānau, she was working for Labour or the Greens. Then she worked for a lobbying company. When she won the Wellington mayoralty, she resigned from being a lobbyist that day. So she fucking changed her shoes Like she walked out
see
of
what
like,
you're saying.
I'm here for the big corporations in their interest, changed her shoes and came in and was like, I'm here for the people. Same day, bro. That's fucked.
Remember last week when I was saying about like the Taylor Swift fans buy the albums?
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening with government, eh?
You think so?
We don't buy the albums. We don't go like.
Some of us do, bro.
Yeah, some, but like, you know, if you say like music fans, Taylor Swift gets to hear because the people buy her merch and her shit and they're involved and they know everything she's doing.
Yeah.
Then you look at politics and it's like the amount of people with the same enthusiasm across the board. Like there might be some outliers, but we don't have everybody on that level of enthusiasm. Like you've talked about this before of like when you've brought up ideas and you get that Dorito fingered like. Yeah, bro. It's because the more you tell me about this sort of stuff, and it's like, fuck, I'm sure everyday New Zealanders would react if they knew this sort of shit. But
I've told you before, bro. Like, I like to be solution oriented, so I have something we could try, right? So I was reading about this lobbying shit, and one of the things that was held up as an example of a good version of lobbying was what the film industry gets from our government, which is a rebate of 20 to 25 cents on every dollar they spend, which is fucking wild. And that was held up as a good thing because it was held up as
20 cents.
20%, yeah. So at up to 25. The reason this was held up as a good thing is because they do that also in Australia and Canada and Ireland, I think, and all the filming happens there, you know? So it's good that we, like, give them shit tons of money to do it here, other than saying, like, no, that's the subversion of an entire global system by one industry. It's bad. It's bad. It's not something good to hold up. But what I did find out, if you're a Kiwi making film content here, you can get a rebate of up to 40 cents on the dollar.
On the drive here, I did discuss with Tussie about creating a movie in which I can put him as a role because he's an established actor. So thank you for that.
Interesting. If I can finish this point, I think that you and I could pay each other $100 to make content, right? I pay you to, let's say I pay you to affect policy as an individual. You go lobby an MP for something and you insist that they keep you anonymous. That's the whole point of lobbying, right? You wouldn't do it if you weren't able to be fucking anonymous. So you go there. So you go there and you're like, hey, I'm coming for any fucking corrupt government official. Now you'll keep me anonymous, obviously, but anybody I find who's corrupt is going to, legally speaking, they're going to get it. Unless I'm in a self-defense situation, in which case I'll throw them off a fucking cliff.
Oh, hard out.
Right. Then you pay me $100 and I make I'll make a YouTube video explaining film rebates in New Zealand. Then each of us pay our taxes, 20% withholding tax or whatever, 30. We pay the top tax bracket just to be safe, 33, 36, whatever it is. We pay that, then we apply for a rebate of 40%. At the end of that, we both have like $107. So all we need to do is scale that up, and the government will pay us to make videos about how they're shit.
I thought that's what we were doing, but now you've worked out how to get money out of it.
Well, there's probably big fucking holes in it, man. I'd love to talk to a tax specialist about this, and I might have an in with one. I don't know if that'd be interesting radio. In fact, this has gone on too long, but that's just something I was thinking about, the kind of the dangers of lobbying and the weirdness it provokes.
It's like I was saying, the amount of people not talking about it is why it goes down.
It's because there's been this big movement of like, oh, you can't trust the media, you can't trust the journalists. Like, they're the only ones keeping an eye on the politicians, dude. And maybe they're not doing a perfect job, but you're not fucking watching them at all, except through the lens of those guys. Shape up, bro.
I see what you mean. Yeah, maybe I should. Sorry, especially you're not gonna say my name. I might as well just start trying to lobby.
Yeah, bro. Like,
I wonder if you can do a real shit though. Like, hey, how about you fellas start pushing this angle and I'll do your lawns? Like, I don't have any money, but I can't do
little tit for tat, bro. Little back scratching.
Fellas ring me up and I'll Tonya Harding or David Seymour next time he's walking down the fucking aisle.
I did have just one last thing where Capital's Mike Jaspers, this is from RNZ, Capital's Mike Jaspers messaged a ministerial advisor to Andrew Little saying he was, quote, doing an anonymous opinion survey of MPs and advisors for our new client at Capital, countdown. That's the lobbying firm capital. End quote. So insider trading would be illegal, right? But taking anonymous opinion surveys of MPs about what they're going to legislate is fine. I'm just checking.
It's not fine.
No, it's all fine. This all came out and nobody got in trouble.
I'm just telling you now, this is all going to turn into just straight out boomer rage. Me mad at boomers, because that's basically their fault.
Well,
how about we talk about something that you don't know about and it can't wrangle up that politic revolution passion?
bring it on, Elvis.
Do you know who Sean Strickland is?
The fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
a little bit. He's like a MAGA guy, right? Like,
kinda. I don't even know if he's a MAGA guy.
is he just like a
I saw a thing recently with Dana White, and somebody asked Dana White, hey, do you want to elaborate on what happened with Machine Gun Kelly and Sean Strickland earlier? And Dana White responded with, you basically just can't bring Sean Strickland around other humans. That was his... Yeah, he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
Well, anyway...
That's right.
Strickland recently beat up your mate Sneeko.
My mate Sneeko.
Well, you knew he was
he's
a
my
cocaine
favorite
addicted
dude,
model.
right?
I didn't know.
No, he's
he's
an
model.
MDMA Muslim. He's not a cocaine.
That's way better. Because that guy Zerk is a...
he's the cocaine Christian.
Cocaine Christian.
Yeah.
And then MDMA Muslim. Yeah, sweet. But yeah, Strickland was apparently trying to knock him the fuck out. And he fucked him up pretty decently. But to his credit, might be the MDMA now that you bring it up. But
yeah.
Sneeko didn't go down. And so now Strickland has to deal with the internet being like, hey, you can't even knock out a guy
If
that's
he's
not
someone
trained.
you can't take around other humans, I don't know how much you're really going to bother him.
Well,
like the
that
toughest
idiot,
guy in his weight
that
class or
idiot
whatever.
guy, or he's not an idiot, but I don't really get into his buzz, is that Jake Paul guy. He's decided to use it as a way to start throwing shit at Strickland, because if he can get Strickland to go for a fight in boxing, it'll be big.
Money.
But Strickland responded with, how about me and you meet in the desert, and we have no match, we have no ref, we have no nothing, and we just fight. That's what I want. And so everyone's like, oh, he's gone the heart, man. Wow, yeah, so it's just an interesting one that. The other thing I wanted to tell you was I tried this on 3 different laptops in my house on different Google accounts and Googled tunnel news. So before I kick into this, would you like me to play our theme music?
If it's time for Tunnel Talk, dude, I think we've kept the audience hanging long enough. It's time for everyone's favorite segment.
Just a sec. Is it going to work exactly how we want? Yeah, it is. We've had a very positive response to how evocative this is. Thanks, Mum. But,
the year is 2046. Almost none of us are left. Those of us who do survive are here in the tunnels. Tunnel Talk.
okay.
I love how you sang along with it, bro.
I know word for word. I even know the up whistle just before. Yeah. Well, yeah. I got all. I have to use a work account and my account and all this other shit. But yeah, I googled tunnel news.
Yeah.
Just because I was interested to do some research. The first thing that comes up, and this is on 3 different accounts, and I tried it several times.
Okay.
And the first thing that came up was, is the Mount Vic tunnel closed?
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
The second thing that comes up is Israel news.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought that was interesting.
Fascinating.
Then the Silk Yara tunnel.
Oh, I'm intrigued, Elvis.
Apparently 2 years ago, there's this attempt to join freeways in India. And they were building this massive tunnel, and it collapsed and killed tons of people.
Ooh.
This is one of those times where I'm breadcrumbing you on a subject so that you can go look up more shit on it, because everything I found didn't.
How recent is this, bro?
The tunnel collapse.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
I think, yeah, pretty inside 5, I think it was. But
okay.
And then the third one was fourth one, tunnel collapse.
Yeah.
Just checking for any tunnels that have collapsed is apparently popular. 5th, India versus Australia. So that's what
India
you
versus Australia.
I'm just telling you. tunnel news, Google
Right.
search, enter. Mount
What
Vic
does that mean,
closed,
like-
Israel news, Silkiyara tunnel collapse, Indian versus Australia.
Can you please search tunnel collapse India versus
Yeah.
Australia, bro? I wonder if like part of a
No,
stadium
no, no,
collapsed
no,
on
no,
somebody.
no, no.
sometime.
One of them is tunnel collapse, and the next one is India versus Australia. So yeah. First one's Mount Vic closed.
Right,
Second one was Israel news.
right.
Third one, Silkiyara tunnel. Fourth, tunnel collapse. Fifth, India versus Australia. I'm like, this. Is Google trying to fuck with the algorithm now because it knows I'm happy when I look up tunnels? Because that's what it fucking feels like.
I found Tunnels magazine, which is a
What?
It's
Are you
it's
subscribed?
a magazine about tunnels and tunneling. It's like $30 US per issue, bro. Maybe when our if
anyone wants to
this
sponsor
show-
us.
if this show becomes self-sufficient,
Bro,
I
let's
will
just
say,
hit that
then-
magazine up and
then
see
let's
if
get-
and just tell them, hey,
Like, this could be
we're trying
good
to spread the
advertising.
good word, mate.
Yeah, true, bro. It is, like it's a part of
So,
what we do here.
That's interesting you brought it up because the whole point of the Google search thing was I found a fucking Rolling Stone magazine article titled Year of the Tunnel.
Oh yes.
And it goes on to how this year of 2024, we were all enamored by the idea of tunnels
Yes.
due to Hamas and Israel's conflict.
That's part of it. Yeah.
From that, when we all had to see what was going on, at the same time, heaps of people in New York in the synagogue, and it explained the division between the two sects in that one church.
Sure. Yeah.
And how the one that got kicked out thought their leader was the Messiah, and it goes through it all. But then it breaks down how tunnels inspire hope. And how
You gotta link me, bro.
Oh,
I'll read this,
yeah,
man.
I saved it.
Yeah, go. I
Oh.
just not now, bro. You're
No,
good.
just let me have a quick squiz here, just to see if there's anything that I can just take from it off the gate and go, yeah, no, this is enough to tell you how cool it was. Hang on. Oh, I can't remember where I've saved
Look,
it.
I could jump into.
I'll find you.
I can jump into the tunnel
and-
talk that I wanted to talk about if
I'll
you like.
find you this one and send it to you when I do find it. But yes, there is a Rolling Stones fucking Rolling Stones article that it goes on about like how tunnels symbolize like overcoming and like all these things, like basically a more articulate version of tunnel talk. And I was like, how dare
There's
this?
nothing more articulate than tunnel talk.
They brought up all of our points. It was
That
like
sounds
that-
like plagiarism, homie.
They talked about the tunnel girl.
Right, of course. Yeah.
I went and found her TikTok and I've seen some of what she's doing.
Nice.
Did you know she's an engineering student and a genius?
No, I didn't know those things.
She's really cool. She's like 20 something and like doing it all herself. And it's what
digging. She insists she's not digging under any of her neighbours'
No,
properties or
she's
anything,
not.
right?
And she's like cinder blocking it all.
Yeah.
And, bro, it's actually really, really hard case to be like, wow, other people get into this too.
Yeah.
But yeah, this magazine, and it talked about the dude that fell down his kitchen. And
Yeah,
but it was real interesting that like all of our test footage that brought us to the love of tunnels that we currently have it's not just us. It's a worldwide phenomenon apparently of people getting into it and like researching it.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I even found, did you know in Vietnam there's a fucking tunnel like theme park museum where you go through it and they show you all
No, I'm partway through my Vietnamese tunnel research now, bro.
They show you the traps.
Yo, I have seen some pictures and stuff, but I haven't seen this museum. That sounds fucking awesome.
So it's like what I found was very like just quick as like, oh, okay, there's a thing here to look at, and it just scrolled past on my Instagram feed, and then out of nowhere I'm like, what the fuck is this like whole like you get a guided tour of what's gone down.
I was reading, bro, there's like 200 miles of tunnels like just beneath like, a Chi city or whatever it was.
This isn't going to be good for the listeners, but this is you. Hopefully, we'll hear Jizzy get hard. So that's the
bro. That's the one I was talking about with the needles on the logs, and you go between them.
Yeah, so that's the museum in Vietnam where you can go through and they explain how they won and why, and the tunnels and the traps and the snakes on the roofs.
I kind of want to go, bro. I was reading about these tunnels, and they reckon they're like infested with scorpions and centipedes. One of the guys said 100% of them had intestinal parasites, like just everybody in the tunnels. They'd come out to tend their crops at night, bro.
What about the dudes, the GIs, who thought they were up to fuck all while they were over there? So
Yeah.
they took heaps of acid with them, and then day one, it's like getting the tunnel, and the guy's like fucking murked out of his brain on LSD and has to act like he's, and then still did it.
Damn.
I can't think of a more insane version of taking drugs. If you can tell me, but crawling through a tunnel with a knife and a light in one hand and a 45 in the other, tripping,
Yeah.
because you can't let the boss know that you took drugs before your shift started.
Fucking hell,
Fucking
dude.
hell, dude.
Yeah.
I like death metal, and I still haven't come across anything that brutal.
Fucking hell. My tunnel research this week has brought me to Papua New Guinea.
Sick.
There's a guy.
If we ever
There's a
get
guy
sponsored to go
called,
to
I
tunnel
think it's-
missions.
Did you hear about that pilot who was flying over Papua New Guinea and his plane crashed? And
Was he
the
Kiwi?
Papua New Guinean, yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
He's Paul Martin.
His name's Paul Martin.
I'm pretty sure it's Paul Martin.
Not the bass player of Devilskin, clearly.
I mean, maybe they have a name in. It might be Andrew Mertens or something like that. But anyway, this guy, this Paul Martin.
Can we check who the name of the
It's
Kiwi?
Paul Martin. Tussie, you don't need to look it up.
Don't fucking yell at him like that.
It's Andrew Mertens, I'm pretty sure. This guy,
Sorry,
anyways,
bro.
he crashes his plane. The Papua New Guineans, there's this group called the Free Papua Movement.
Yeah,
right?
bro.
So
Those are the dudes
They're
that
trying
use,
to-
aren't those the guys using sticks against guys
Yo,
using planes?
So half the country, like Indonesia controls half of Papua New Guinea.
Yep.
These guys are not only anti-Indonesian, they're anti-technology. So they come running out of the bush and start fires, bro. They rock machetes and sticks and shit. They've got like 1 or 2 guns. There's this great picture of them with Andrew Mertens where he's where the 2 guys have got big guns, but one of them's got like 2 little sprigs like strapped to his arm, like they're staged for a photo, but then they're
man.
not. They haven't been on the gram,
Yeah.
It's super interesting. But I tell you, when I was reading about this, my mole sense was tingling, brother.
The mole sense was
My
tingling.
mole sense was tingling.
Well,
There's
because
tunnels here somewhere. Now,
Yeah.
I wasn't able to find where these people live, like but you know who knows? Andrew Mertens.
is it Andrew Mertens? Because that's the
It's
first
Philip-
5
it's
of the All
Philip
Blacks.
Mertens. It's Philip Mertens. Fucking around. But who? So Andrew Mertens knows.
You
right?
keep yelling.
So, come on. Okay. Well, you gonna be able to hear me? Okay. So Andrew Mertens is kidnapped, right? His plane crashed. He's kidnapped. They've had him for like a year, and they've got these demands. Now it's neither here nor there what these demands are, or even whether they get them. The point is they've decided to release Andrew. Yo, he'll do an interview with 60 Minutes, right? They'll give him thousands of dollars. He'll do an interview with like Women's Weekly. They'll give him thousands of dollars. When he's done, we will have him interviewed here on Tunnel Talk. Now, nobody said where these people live, but they're a primitive society. They've got machetes, they've got sticks, they've got almost no guns. They're living in the bush, coming out to burn down factories. That is a tunnel-dwelling society, if I've ever heard of it. And nobody can interview these people because they reject cameras and shit. And we got this one Kiwi coming back, Andrew Mertens, our savior. He's going to come back. He's going to do all these great interviews, and then he can come and talk to us, and he can tell us about tunnels the white man has never heard of people. I think I'd love to interview him and see. I can just when I read his story, I can smell a tunnel. I don't know what to say.
So, if we would have managed to interview him, and it's like, nah, I never saw a tunnel.
That's okay. That's information. That's data. That's all
But
right.
it's going to end the episode pretty quick when you go,
That's okay. We'll call him on Zoom
Alright.
or something, bro. It's fine. But I think what we could do is be breaking into a tunnel-based like society. These tunneling militias. We could. I don't know, man. There's something here. Might be the first.
Do you know anything else about the Free Papua movement that isn't from this?
Not really.
Oh,
I read about them and they sound fucking gangster because they're.
So I know of a journalist on YouTube. He's an Australian guy, Jordan Shanks.
Okay.
Friendly Geordies. He did a big thing on it, and they even took it to like the head, like the company that sells the bombs.
Yeah.
That are being dropped on these fellas who are using sticks.
Sure.
Being like, you realise this is what's sort of happening, and yeah, they went there and shine a bit of a light on what these guys are having to deal with and how.
What kind of places? What kind of dwellings did they use? These people.
Well, that's what I was sort of cracking up at. Is there was a few shacks here and there, but. Now that you're saying,
bro, because I looked, I couldn't find where they live.
They don't.
Yeah, these are leaderless militia groups that come out of the forest and fuck shit up.
These are the dudes who have been bombed.
Well, if you were a leaderless militia group, what would you be living in, bro?
Probably a tunnel.
Yes,
I hope it's
it would be a tunnel.
I hope it's a tunnel, and I hope that is it Indonesia fucking with them?
Indonesia controls that territory.
Yeah, well, I hope it turns out that these cunts can do better tunnels because fuck them. I've seen a little bit about it. It's pretty. I don't like the idea of when people say it's a war and it's like, have you told the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like cunts with grass skirts and sticks going up against bombs. It's like this isn't that. This isn't like when you have to call yourself a movement because cunts keep chopping bombs on your sticks.
Yeah.
That's like
Well,
I hope they're digging tunnels, bro.
Tunnel. Yeah, bro. And then once the bombing stops, come out, burn another factory. Fuck yous.
The other thing with that Rolling Stone article, I think that there's, when it talks about, why are they so interesting? And as soon as you ask that question about tunnels, it opens this like weird like it could be metaphoric, it can be philosopher. I don't even know how to say that.
You want another tilt at it?
Fuck that. Nah, it could be thinking. Philosophical, sorry. No, it's just so hard case that like we're looking at these things and they're fascinating. How this is a thing humans do. Like even you think of the fortress we went to and it's like, oh shit, we might be in severe trouble. Tunnels. Like it's like a base reflex of humans.
I know when the shit goes down. I didn't know this now, or maybe I've known it all along and now I feel it. But the shit goes down in Aotearoa, I know what I'm doing. I know what... I mean... Yeah. It's simple, dude. Bring your high tech. Let's see what's up. Come into my fucking tunnel. Let's see what you got.
What if that's like a transformer?
What do you mean?
Like a Gundam, like a mech. And you're like, I've got a tunnel. And it's like, that thing's just going to nuke it.
Well, I think
like a tunnel works until it's like you come out and... everything's green.
Yeah.
Like,
I suppose. Yeah.
You got to have some pretty intricate systems. Like, have you ever seen the movie?
If you make a mech, you have to make it ferret shaped. Because that's the tunnel hunting specialist.
I'm pretty sure Japan just released one. Can you check? Japan releases first mech bot, like human piloted mech.
Gundams.
More like Mech Warrior than Gundam.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like a full, like they show it with a frame. And it's, just this big, like, sort of like telescopic limbs and shit. Like, it doesn't look like it's... is that the word when it...
Telescopic, when it gets longer?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. So it's like, it looks like frames you'd use for a gazebo or something. And they're all super strong. But then they show it with the coverings on it. And it looks like, Mech Warrior.
Interesting.
Yeah, but they want to use them to, like, in disasters to clear rubble and stuff. It's not war. It's not for war. Just
look, the Japanese.
It's the Japanese.
The Japanese
those are the nicest fellas.
They know their way around a tunnel. I would back them to make something like this.
They'd have to. Those fellas got nuked from Samurai back to Hello Kitty and fucking no dicks in our porn. Like, it's taking a hit, man. So when they come out with like,
guys, it's 2023. We better raise the age of consent from 13 up to 16. Like, good. Glad you guys got there.
That's such a weird one with Japan, but I think you said it when I was talking about Taylor Swift that you're like all those old stories. It's like, I got my new wife. She's 12.
Yeah.
It's like there's something weird about olden days where it's like, I don't know, maybe you get to 17 and you're mouthy. So they were just like, nah, fuck, go younger. Like,
yeah. Fuck, that's a horrible thesis. I think it's more like we need more hands to tend the farm. could that girl make another pair of hands?
Yeah.
Well,
right.
then, I mean, they
Do you
might
know
maybe
about-
don't think
there's-
about the.
Do you know about that?
implications.
There's like a Papua New Guinean tribe. I think it's Papua New Guinea. It's one of those islands. That, no, it's not Papua New Guinea. It's one of those ones that no one's been to. It's like an uncontacted tribe or some shit.
Like Sentinel Island or something?
Yeah, it's like Sentinel Island. There's something close to there, which people have gone to and talked to them.
Yeah.
And those are the dudes that are like, in order for a young boy to become a man, he has to suck a dick. And there's like an old dude in the village who's just like, oh, you're 13.
Yeah, actually, you have to
That's how
suck
you have
the
to be a
highest. You have to suck
warrior.
the
Yeah,
oldest
yeah.
guy's dick, actually.
I always crack up of
That's
that
my
idea.
Papua accent.
It's like if you manage to become like the highest level of religion back in those days, and they're like, oh, we have to have a war, so all of the dudes go. Don't even worry, we'll just bless you when you fellas come back.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Stay here with all the women and children?
Yeah.
What are you
Somebody's got to.
It's like that meme though. Oh, so you can protect them, right? So you can protect them, right?
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
yeah. It's just the smartest dude. Like he's been living like that. Like some old cunt working out. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I like little boys. If I can tell everyone, hey, they have to suck my dick to be a warrior, I'll be able to do this for ages.
Yeah.
It's so demented.
Beware these group ideologies, everybody. Now, we are straying quite far from tunnel talk, so perhaps it's time to end this segment.
Yeah, I guess. I got something good though.
What do you got?
Do you know about the SWAT team competition?
Oh, do tell.
There's the I think it's a world SWAT team comp where they send all the tactical police groups and they have to like compete tasks. It's like the fireman comps and we all see them. Well, there's this country who thought it would be a good idea to send a full female team.
Without showing my hand too much, it was Chile.
Did you watch the footage?
I didn't watch the footage.
Bro, the first thing is they have to do a flying fox across ice water.
Yeah.
So, it's like 5 or 6 of them. So they all grab onto the thing and they all zip across at the same time. So there's like 5 of them. So there's too much weight in the middle. And they just meet back in the middle.
Oh, no.
And then one falls and she has to go back to the start. And then another one starts trying to kick the other one along the line up this gradient.
Yeah.
Yeah. It goes on for 6 minutes.
6 minutes of straight girl bossing.
Yeah, into which one of the girls even like jumps out of the pool and grabs the foot of one and tries to run it, and they're like, the judges have to come over and be like, no, can't do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it takes them a while.
So what was
to their
missing, like
credit,
upper body strength or something else?
penis. Yeah, if one of them had a dick, they probably would have been like, hey, don't all get on the thing at the same time. Yeah, but nah, they were all like, let's achieve, and they didn't think about it.
It's teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, but dreams make people dumb. Like, oh, we could be the first ones to beat all these guys. I'm not saying women can't be SWAT teams. I'm just saying I know guys that can't be in SWAT teams.
Of course.
Yeah, that's why it's like, maybe you've got this fucking freak team from the harsh conditions of Chile, and these women are just beasts. But yeah, the first problem was like, hey, get across this flying fox.
Yeah.
And they all went at the same time, and it's like, I'm not a SWAT team guy, but I know that's not how flying foxes work.
Yeah.
You know, after 6 minutes of watching them do it, it was like, man, some people are going to have a fucking field day with this.
Yeah.
I'm one of them, but like other people are going to have a field day with this too. Yeah. It's like, I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to. Like, it's that sort of joke, yeah. Someone else is going to make heaps of fucking bad jokes about this. And me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those, like, have you seen the team from America, like, of the American football team, the women's football, the soccer team, and they played like 11 retired old men?
No, I know they got spanked by the 15-year-old boys.
So the 15-year-old boy ones got to 16-1 before they called the game. And
no, they didn't call the game
They
off.
called the game.
No,
yeah, bro.
dude. No
and
fucking way. Bro, can you fact check that?
They either called the kids
Did they
one.
call off the game?
They either called off the kids one or they called
Like
off the
US soccer team.
But there's another one where they played like a group of middle-aged men who
Right.
fucked them too. And I can't remember if they shut off the kids one or the old men one, but one of them got
One
cut.
of them got shut down?
Yeah, and one of them was
Why? Like,
'Cause
what was
they-
their stated reason?
Well, it's a bit like...
It's like Sonny Bill Williams fighting that big South African dude, and they just stopped the fight in round 10, and he's like, no, it was always supposed to be a 10-round fight.
yeah.
Like, Yeah, like normal, right?
I think it's a
like
little
all
bit,
those other 10-round fights I've watched.
I think that one is a little bit like the.
Oh no, Sonny Bill Williams did it. He was about to get smashed.
And he changed it to 10.
Yeah, bro.
I think the calling of a game when someone's getting that much of a fucking hiding is probably because whoever's put the money into it is going, hey,
Yeah, but
this
you
is
have-
proving the
But you have
opposite
to
of
give
my
a different
point.
reason, and I'm so fascinated to know
Yeah, I
what that
can't remember
reason.
what the
You can't
reason
go
was.
like, nah, it's unfair.
But I know
you
that,
can't do that.
I know
dude.
Ryan Reynolds and the guy from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Matt McDonald, I think.
Yeah, that guy. They bought a soccer team, Wrexham, and they have their own little thing. So
Yeah.
these girls were like
Wrexham.
trying to talk shit of
Damn near
killed him. They were trying to talk shit to Ryan Reynolds before the game about how he's got this man's soccer team, and then they got fucked on and didn't want to bring it up anymore.
But they must have been like, lightning's about to strike the field. They must have been like,
Nah.
we have our periods. Like they must have said fucking something. There's no way they went, this is unfair and stopped the fucking game. No way.
Young Tossie? Found
What do you got?
anything?
Who got kicked out?
The game got cancelled.
Why did it get cancelled? What's their stated reason?
I just didn't fucking feel like it, alright? And then when they asked them, are you sure?
Yeah.
They were like, I'm fine. Have you
If you don't know why
Bro.
we're calling the game off, we're not going to tell you.
Yeah. Have you heard that joke of my girlfriend told me that I should get in touch with my feminine side?
Yeah.
So I crashed the car and didn't talk to her for the rest of the day. My favorite piece of shit joke has got to be why do girls wear makeup and perfume?
Because they're ugly and they smell bad.
That's
Yeah,
so
it's great.
funny, eh?
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
classic. Yeah, my dad told me that when I was pretty young.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
veritable train wreck.
Yeah, hell
Nah,
yeah.
if you can find the
Find
soccer game,
Find if a soccer game got cancelled or if Elvis is talking out his ass again. It does happen, bro. Right?
I think you're
Not
just
asking for buy-in from you.
Yeah, so it's like why? Same follows, or got a face for radio.
I do, man. I do. That's why we're here. But I wish I'd recorded your reaction to that Jordan Peterson song.
You
Cried. You cried tears.
Yep.
It's good.
It's mainly because I was so overcome with joy that we had something great after that fucking last one. No.
How dare you even
I knew that went.
joke about
I knew that
bro.
went straight past your
Do you know, I
defenses.
already have another Tunnel Talk stinger.
Do you?
Yeah, bro. I'm not going to share it now. Like,
we can't do
the,
that now.
the one that we have is perfect.
Mm.
And
I love it, but
okay, but when the time comes, hit me up because there's more Tunnel Talk music. It brings good things out of me,
yes,
So yes, I have some.
I think that's good.
I think maybe if you can't find it, you might have maybe imagined it.
One of them is because it
became
became overly physical. What was another
Also,
one?
is that why what was the score when they called it for being overly physical? 3-0. Oh, but that's a lot different to
No, it
16-1
keeps
or
going.
whatever.
That's what I said though. I don't know if the 16-0 one was the young fellas
Yeah.
or if it was the old dudes, and I don't know which one got cancelled. But I
How
know
far
one
into
of
the
them.
game? How far into the game did it get cancelled? That's all right, bro.
Because there's a new one in China, which is Biggie vs. Midgie, where it's a team of 12 dwarves playing soccer against 5 really fat guys. You can bet
Where
on
did
this.
this come from, bro?
China.
Okay.
I've been finding some really obscure
that's,
sports. Yeah.
That's incredible.
I'd love it. Yeah. I do love the idea of the little fella being like, bigger please. That cracks me up far too much. It's a couple years ago, like 2.
Yeah. Early 2020s, maybe.
Novelty games for American team would probably.
Look, there's a lot of fact checking going on.
It has to be because you're a pedantic
because I'm
fuck.
challenging you because you make things up all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But that we don't have to do that now.
Hey, I'd rather make stuff up and have people be like, "Hey," instead of talking about the government and having everyone go.
Look, this is a show
I
that deals
actually-
with.
I'm
it's a
gonna
show that
use
deals
this
with
part.
serious issues.
I'm going to use this part of the podcast where you were talking about lobbying to go to sleep.
Good. That'll be good. Use the Sam Harris part too. Let me splice them together. Would you like me to talk about the government in Sam Harris voice? I can do that.
If you can do it separately to the podcast, and I could just use it to go to sleep. Yeah, why don't we release that? Like, hey, it's the Jizzy podcast to help you go to sleep, and it's just you talking about representative democracy.
You know, one role, a major role of government, is to enshrine the rights of the individual against the corporate behemoths who would squash us beneath their mighty boots. The leader of the lobbying firm said that this was a general chat about how they operate to help with, quote, future engagement with government and the community.
This
sleep
is
yet?
not a good thing to do.
What, look things up or
No,
talk
no,
in Sam
you
Harris
talking
voice?
about that Sam Harris voice.
Ah, yeah.
I'm just seeing if I can find anything.
This tunnel talk is out of control.
Everything's out of control, bro.
This is a sick boy episode, we should say that.
Yeah, I do feel pretty fucking terrible, and I probably sound like that RFJK guy or whatever the fuck.
RFJK, right? That's what they call him.
Yeah.
Yes!
I don't even remember his fucking name.
That's great. That guy's fucking fascinating.
He
What
is,
a
bro.
fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Bro, that guy positions himself as a political outsider, despite being the son of Robert Kennedy, which is like the most inside you can be, right? And also, he positions himself as like opposing pharmaceutical companies because he wants to cash in on the vaccine stuff, right? But this guy, he's a vaccine autism guy, like from way back in the day, bro. But also, have you seen that picture of him with his shirt off, lifting weights and shit? There was a video that he put out of him like doing a bench press or
hang
some
on.
shit.
Sorry.
Yo, that's a 70-year-old man with pectoral muscles. Unless you're taking HGH and steroids, that doesn't exist. So he's not just not anti-pharmaceuticals. He is pharmaceuticals. He's jacked full of the shit these people make.
I could, he's ever since you told me all that other shit about him, because I was like, I seen this guy say some stuff, and you were like, do you know the rest of his stuff?
Favorite thing I heard about him is he's Tom Waits' vocal coach.
Yeah. Well, you see, the thing is that like it's just no. I've just found. I have just found a thing though.
Yeah.
I was misled. The women's US soccer team did not lose 12-0 to the Wrexham veterans. It was a claim shared misleadingly online.
Factual accuracy.
They did lose the game, but it wasn't 12-0. It doesn't say the score. And then did a 15-year-old team beat the US women's ones? Yeah. Yes, they did. They beat them 5-2. So
5-2.
You can see where I've got the fucking shit.
I mean,
up.
yeah.
But sorry, that RGF. What is it?
Bro, RFJK, I think you said it was.
RFJK.
The winger. So he, I saw him asked the other day on a podcast, they're like, do you think that Israel has too much influence on American politics? And he goes, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a politician in political office. Like, whoa! You don't know you're not a politician. Amazing.
What
There's
about-
one more fucking video that I have to tell you about while I remember, because I wanted to tell you last week. There's this girl sitting in this, she's like maybe early teens, somewhere in there. She's in some kind of hearing, and she's objecting to the idea that Gazans would refer to what's happening to them as a genocide. They were invoking the Holocaust, and she goes, do not use that genocide to refer to this one.
Yeah, but I have seen it.
Her eyes go wide, and she goes,
like, no, that genocide's way different to this genocide. And then the moment, yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
The one that got me was, I forgot to bring up, was Joe Biden's tweet.
What one?
Of him with
with the red eyes like they used to do with Trump, bro.
And it says just how we wrote it.
Yeah.
It's about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But
probably.
Everybody's using it as like...
Bro, I watched a Trump speech the other day. I watched like 80 seconds of it, and I could talk about it for an hour because there's so much that fucking went in there. But really quickly, he talked about cognitive tests, and he was like, first of all, I don't think Nikki Haley would pass one. Like, fuck, great. Already, he's start with the hits,
yeah,
bro.
He's
banger.
the man.
Then he goes, Then he goes, they say giving those tests is unconstitutional. I would waive that. And then you can see people sitting behind him, like stone-faced, just waiting for him to move on. These people who like worship the Constitution. He's like, yeah, I won't be observing that fucking part of the Constitution. That won't apply to me.
Go, my boy.
Amazing, dude.
Get him, my boy.
And then he goes, when I was president, I killed the biggest terrorists in the world. 2 of the biggest terrorists. I don't even have to say their names. You all know their names.
You probably can't say them, mate.
And then he goes, Khashoggi. And then he said it, al-Baghdadi, whatever it was.
The one
wait, Khashoggi was a journalist. That's a big fucking...
Killed by the Saudi Arabians. I was about to be like, hey,
al-Baghdadi.
Now who's talking out their fucking ass?
I was so like flummoxed by this video that I rewound it to see what happened. I wanted to watch the gears turning in his head where he's like, yeah, I don't have to say their names. You all know their names. But I had headphones in and it happened to be quite loud. And I heard... al-Baghdadi. Like right before he's like...
Someone said it to him.
Yeah, bro, somebody's prompting him. I love that he goes like, I don't have to say who it is because you all know who it is.
It's someone else.
It's al-Baghdadi. Amazing, man.
Have you seen much of... did you see what Jon Stewart did?
I did.
He's back?
Yeah, God bless.
And people are furious that he's like calling the race what it is.
Yeah.
I think he's right. I think, both of them...
Last time they ran, they were the oldest people to ever run for president.
Bro, they're going to try and they going to fight? Last time? No. It was a joke that it was like Trump was saying, if I fought Sleepy Joe, he'd go down.
Yeah.
It's like he was fully acting like it was going to happen. Yeah. But it's the 2 oldest cunts in the world acting like they're going to have a punch up.
Yeah, they were saying his press secretary, Biden's press secretary was like, he's not going to take a cognitive test. Yep. We don't have to make him do it. He's not going to do it. He's smart as hell.
Didn't he bring
He's so onto it. But now, you know what? I think that's the right, other than like not running Biden, that's the right move because if he takes the test, would you believe it if they said he passed?
No way.
Tussie, would you believe it if they said Joe Biden passed a cognitive test?
Did you see them the other day?
What if they come back and he actually does and is like, I mean, he's just kind of a goofy old man. He's still fucking sharp as a tack. But we wouldn't believe that, right?
Did you see him go on his rants about Metabrand?
No, he's got an endless stream of confusing garbage.
He told someone the other day that when he was at the thing in Europe, Metabrand, which is the French Prime Minister or something who died in 1996.
Oh, okay.
But he was like, yeah, I was talking to him the other day. And everyone's like, no, you weren't. Yeah. And
Jon Stewart's thing was like, he showed all the clips of people being like, he's sharp and intelligent and in control. Like, did you guys film that? Have you ever filmed? Did you film any of that? Because we'd want to see that.
I saw Jon Stewart go like people saying, "Oh, the president can't remember stuff," and he's like, and then it's outrageous. And then he plays all the Trump clips in court, and he's like, "I don't remember." And it's like every answer. And he goes, "Oh, so it's fine when he does it."
Yeah.
But it's like, I think we all know Trump's just lying. Whereas when you see
that guy might not be able to remember.
When you see Biden be like.
I'd rather have someone evil than forgetful.
But Biden being like, you want to come to our country and you want to take the opportunities that we have, well, you're going to get the benefits. And everyone's like,
he did
clapping.
He did a great one.
Oh,
There's one where he talks about his leg hairs in the pool turning
blonde. No.
There's another one where he goes,
like
America can be defined by one word. How does this...
Oh, what about like... If you vote for Trump, you ain't black. That's a soundbite.
Yo, totally. Yeah, he said that shit.
No, I find it so
honestly,
fascinating.
you don't need to take a cognitive test. Would you, if you were going on a road trip with him, at any point do you let him drive?
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, if you're going out to a bar and someone's like...
Why don't fucking let Trump drive either, by the way?
Bro, if you're out to a bar, though, and it's like, yeah, we're on a puss hunt. Hey, can my uncle come?
Yeah.
Which one? Biden.
Joe?
No, Joe can't come.
Okay.
Trump?
Yeah, he could come.
He could totally come. Does he have cocaine again?
Like, yeah, I assume so, bro.
Fuck, I'm not hanging out with that dude, bro. Like, I don't know how...
what is the... I don't judge leaders by whether I'd hang out with them.
No. If you're going on a pussy hunt.
Yeah.
See? And you bring in him.
Okay, but that's
Does
still
that make
not
you
how
more
I choose
confident?
my vote, but I do
I
like to imagine going on a pussy hunt with Trump, though.
Because you know it'd work.
Well, it'd work because he doesn't ask people; he just fucking grabs the puss.
Yeah.
So
well, you can be there.
He's gonna get some. He's gonna get.
No, he's gonna do that, and then you just have to be like the whoa, and you just You can just be the like higher horse in the room, bro, and be like,
Right.
"I'm so sorry.
Sorry, dude.
He's really old."
Yeah.
But if you've got
Hey,
Biden,
I'm just out
but if
with
you're
the
on the
rapist.
piss and
I'm
you're
the
like,
rapist.
"Oh, it looks like a fight's gonna break out," and you turn around and it's Biden being like, "I said you ain't black," and you're like, "He can get stomped." And
Do you think Trump's a, he does the rapery?
Probably, but like, I don't know. It's like I said about NBA guys. Like, did you see recently the baseball guy that broke up with this chick, and she's on the news being like, he did all this ratchet shit and he sexually abused, and then someone sent in all her texts, and it's her talking to her friend being like, this motherfucker has 21 million. I'ma ride this dick, let daddy choke me and get my bag.
Okay.
And her mate's like, secure it, hun. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. So that guy totally raped you.
Yeah.
When you've got messages saying, I'm gonna let him do whatever he wants
Okay.
so I can get that money. How many fucking idiots were throwing their fucking shit at Trump? Like, the only reason he can rock up and, like, you can just grab him by the pussy. They don't even care. That's because he's been having sluts sit around him being like, grab it. Just grab anything.
Yeah.
And then I'll get your money.
Yeah.
And that's why his old brain has gone the way it has. It's like all the rock star fellas who were like, man, lucky we didn't have this Me Too stuff back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it turns out statute of
Jimmy
limitations.
Page is like, whew.
Yeah, bro. You read that book? Have you read that book of Jimmy Page's one?
No, but I'm
Oh,
aware.
bro,
Didn't
no,
he,
there's
put
a-
a fish in a girl.
No, way better than that one. Jimmy Page, I hate Led Zeppelin. I think they suck.
Oh.
But a big part of it is because I read this book where it talked about Jimmy Page being a piece of shit, so I do a bit of looking. And yeah, there's this book released by a girl who at 15 snuck into a club with her friends.
Yeah.
And a bouncer, a bodyguard of Led Zeppelin, grabbed her, took her outside and threw her in a car and sat there with a wrench being like, if you fucking move, I'm going to smash your head in.
Jesus Christ.
To which Jimmy Page opened the door like, hey, what's going on in here?
Hey, what
and
is this,
kicked
an
the
underage girl? I'll take her.
Kicked the guy out and was like, it's okay, honey. And looked after her, got her
Uh-huh.
wasted, took her home to her house. And when she got up in the morning and was like, hey, I'm like 15, he was like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't go home. And kept her until she was 20.
Did hear, bro.
Yeah,
I
bro.
did
And she
hear he
released a
fucking
book
held
called
on
like
to
My
her.
Life with the
Yeah.
Band, because she
Yeah.
wasn't really in the band. She was just basically kidnapped by Jimmy Page until she
Yo.
was old enough and he paid her off enough. But there's tons of stories like that.
Cashmere
like,
kind of slaps them.
Ted Nugent and Steven Tyler from Aerosmith and
Yeah.
Chuck Berry
Yeah.
all got done for transporting minors over state lines.
Uh-huh.
But Chuck Berry didn't adopt the girls officially off their parents so he could transport them. Ted Nugent did, and so did Steven Tyler.
Oh, shit, dude.
Yeah, bro. I got their parents to sign over papers saying it's
Oh.
okay to take my 14-year-old to a rock concert in the state over. And yeah, that's why I'm like, okay, those old rock star fellas have lived a different life to us. And yeah, I'm not saying it's cool. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not trying to make any excuses. But I can understand when everybody is throwing themselves at you that you end up with this fucked up thing happen. Tiger Woods had the same thing. It's like the hottest dude to ever play golf, made of money, comes chocolate, and fucking girls are like, I want him. And Nike could have saved some money by having him in a bar surrounded by sluts, and he looks dead fucking to the camera and says, just do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone would have loved that.
But these dudes who live in these fucking exceptional worlds we've never fucking heard of, we've got no idea. Yeah, I reckon that it must be way different from the unfuckable cunts we are.
Yeah.
Like, you know, as a general peasant population, we don't have to ever deal with that shit. And yeah, I think, terrible shit probably does happen all the time. But for every terrible one, how many were like, nah, I'm sweet with this?
Yeah.
Like the Vince one you said about Vince's.
That's kind of not the
Yeah.
point. If there's one really bad, illegal, horrible thing in there,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's the
No, yeah,
you've gotta
rapey.
be,
Yeah,
be
of
punished
course.
for that, right?
Oh, but I look at like all
There's
of
a
the
thing with
all
Trump
of the
that-
politician stuff. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Trump, he did some bad shit.
Yeah.
Bro, fucking didn't Obama deport like more Mexicans in the
I
history of
I
America?
don't care.
Like, he did some terrible shit. Where's this like, oh, he raped one girl. Oh, well, he killed fucking 700% more people with drones. Isn't that ratchet too? Like, why is
That's
it suddenly?
ratchet, but the law is set up that he was allowed to do that. The law is not
No,
set up that you're
I'm pretty
allowed
sure
to
it's not.
like grab
I'm
girls'
pretty
pussies
sure
in
you're
the
not allowed to
changing
just
room or
start
whatever.
bombing Yemen. Like, I'm pretty sure if
I
they
mean,
would
they're,
have.
yeah, I mean they're doing it. They're
But that's
the only court that can hold them to account is the UN. Of
That
which
has
they-
no power.
Well, they have veto power, which means they can go, "You did something wrong." They go, "We veto that."
That's right. I forgot they
Yeah.
worked really well on Russia.
Yeah,
Hey, it works really well on people
it
who are
was
like
great.
hell bent on war.
Yeah.
That's why, like America, as you said, they withdrew
Now,
from that fail of Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And then are now into proxy
Now,
wars.
Trump might be a rapist. He might be
But
a
he's not a
pedophile,
fucking warmonger.
But he's not a warhawk.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
That's where it's like, okay.
Do we pick the senile warhawk or do we pick the rapist?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And I don't. This is gonna.
Tickles me, I don't know why.
And this is gonna suck. The rapist.
I fucking knew it. It took like 9 episodes, but you finally admitted you're a Trump guy.
No, I'd rather pick the rapist Trump guy over the sleepy, retarded fellow that keeps killing people, or giving money to people that keeps killing people.
Okay.
Or bombing places that. Yeah. No.
You want to make America great again.
I think America's still great, bro.
Yo, if Trump,
I think America was great the whole time.
What lesson do you think Trump learned between when he was last president and now? What do you think he's learned in that time, man?
I think he's turned into stone cold, bro. Don't trust anybody.
I
DTA.
think when he comes back,
It's scorched earth.
Yeah, bro, it will be
Yeah.
scorched
Yeah,
fucking earth.
Yeah, bro.
On that, I would rather have the senile dude who, when he dies, you get a cop. And that's horrible. That's not what I want. But I don't want the other guy leading the free world just grabbing ladies by the puss.
I don't think he's rolling around just doing that.
I think he
When
could.
he said he did
that's
it,
a comical way to say he'll do whatever he wants. He'll say the
That's
Constitution
why I
doesn't
like him.
apply to him. He'll go
Wouldn't
like,
you-
okay, well now there's a rule that the president gets a 20-year term.
I would rather have Donald Trump because he seems unhinged and will break it.
Yeah.
Than some
Okay,
sleepy
okay.
old cunt that they tell what to do.
Here's the problem. He's going to break it,
Yep.
and then what?
It will burn and
Okay,
it'll fall
and
it'll
what?
all be
And all the
over.
people you love will be harmed by that. Like,
Probably.
okay,
All the people I
Because
know are
then-
harmed by me anyway.
yeah. There's this. People want to start a revolution? Like, yeah, tear it all down. That's super easy. What do you got after that? Anarchy, and we all like kill each other over reasons.
Do it the same way. Do it the exact same way. Have democracy without
yeah.
any of the bullshit, like you said about the lobbyists.
And you think
things.
Trump that should do that? Like he tears it down.
No, I
and then
think
he
someone
rebuilds
breaks it. No, I think someone breaks it regardless. I just look at Trump being like, you've got to be the front runner to break it.
To break it, yes. Okay, like you're romanticizing this like destruction of systems that we rely on, though.
Yeah, but like rely on in order to do what? If this sucks, I don't like it. I think the world's dumb, and I think it's ratchet seeing like, oh man, I'm on an E-light, and I
Yeah.
pick up my phone, and the first thing I see is like half a Palestinian girl blowing into a wall,
Yeah.
and it's like, well, why is this going the way it's going? Why is all of this shit going the way it's going? Fucking throw something in the machine and see if it breaks. Do the same. I reckon democracy would work fine. We're just not doing it. I think when you can have lobbyists and
you
shit.
throw in a guy who's going to twist it to his own ends. Like he doesn't even want to destroy it. He just wants it to work for him, and that's a very.
I don't
different
even
thing.
think he wants it to work for him. I think he just wants us to like him.
Yeah. There's a few people like that.
I think that's what he wants. I think
Yeah.
he just wants to like him. I think Biden's very similar in that it's like, did I say the thing? And they're like, well done, Joe. Sit down in the corner. We'll put you by the window.
Yeah.
And he's like, fucking love the window.
That's what that seems like, yeah.
That's what it seems like. Hey, can I pet the dog again? And they're
Yeah.
like, the dog keeps biting people.
keeps biting people.
Yeah.
But it doesn't bite me.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And then with Trump, it's like, hey, you need to say this. And he's like, not doing that.
Yeah.
And then the panic that sits in, and it's like, oh, so because he doesn't do what you say, we start to see who's running it, who's controlling it. That's what I like
Did you catch
about
any
it.
of the stuff where they're running like a pill mill out of the White House, bro?
Oh.
Bro, they're so like just dishing out like not Ritalin. What are they using over there? Adderall.
Yeah. What,
Adderall,
like, so what, the White House
fucking sleeping
employees
pills.
can buy it?
There's a White House pharmacy.
Yep,
And
tracks.
under Trump, they didn't have to have prescriptions. They didn't even have to be
Yep.
there to pick it up. They'd put bags of drugs around the White House for people to just pick
Oh.
up. And it's uppers and downers.
yeah, that's-
amazing, bro.
Yeah, and that's why we found that bag of cocaine. Was nothing to do
I
with
mean-
the crack addict that we
Well,
have living
they
here.
said it was cocaine. If you've got a whole White House pharmacy, you probably don't need coke. You got you take whatever cocktail you want, right?
I just like I say, it's funny to me of like, I think Biden's doing the role of the vested interests. I think
Yeah.
people who pay the money are getting the puppet to say what they want.
Okay,
That's
but
the Elmo
you
we should be
also-
mad at.
You
Yeah.
also get that from Trump, though.
Yeah.
When he goes in, he's like,
Yep.
"I'm going to drain the swamp," and then he just fills it with Wall
Yep.
Street guys and doesn't get rid of just does what he wants.
They all do though.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. You're going to put in a guy... Yeah, whatever. I don't know if this is interesting to anybody.
I just think it's hilarious of that if he keeps causing the shit he causes. I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
he's got his finger on the button.
I'd rather
Who gives a
laugh
shit?
than be like, oh my fucking God, are we here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
It makes, I don't know, makes me feel better.
There
The
is-
idea of some Rothschild guy being like, can we just please not let this orange come in? Like the panic that sets in into some vested
they only
corporate
didn't
interest.
want him last time because stock markets hate instability. But
Tell me, did you like Bernie?
Bernie?
Yeah. Were you a Bernie fan?
I wanted Bernie versus Trump so much.
Like, I don't know,
really
man.
did.
Say what you want, but Madoff was the shit. Nah. I think that's us with a break, or we'll catch you later.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Fucking one of them.
Fuck off.